With the country reeling from the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump on Saturday, we decided to go get some community reactions on the Gainesville Square today. Where were you when you found out?
We were actually getting ready to come down here to go out to dinner with some of our friends.
We were literally tubing down the river,
Really?
on the Chattahoochee, and our friend just pulled out his phone and was like, Trump just had an assassination attempt on him.
Well, actually, I was heading to my den, and our son called and said, "Mom, they've just shot Trump." And he said, "I don't know if he's hurt. He's heading to the hospital." My first reaction is, this happens too often. Not whether it was political or not, but just that the violence in our country just seems to me to be escalating. In a world where we pride ourselves to live in a free country where we're able to think for ourselves and speak for ourselves, suddenly that's not possible anymore.
I mean, I feel like most Americans just very worried about where we're going and why our country is so divided and we're in such a state of emergency, really.
It was pretty crazy. I think I was in a zone of I can't remember the last time this happened, and also it was so incredibly close that it was hard to believe. So it was just a very, very crazy thing. It reminded me of what people probably felt in 2001 when 9/11 happened, and it was people were texting me and be like, "Did you see this?" We're like, "No," and so it was just a crazy thing.
Surprise and shock. I can say that actually. Surprise, shock, irritation. It's great. How is this going to complicate an already complicated story? Irritation.
Maybe 15 minutes later, you heard that someone else had been shot, and there was a possibility that they had been killed. And I mean, for going to a rally because you believe in somebody and it cost you your life, I mean, it's pretty heavy stuff.
When they obviously do a lot of security for the rallies, I think in general this is eye-opening for people in the sense of we can disagree and not be violent towards one another. And so that's just that's the beauty of America, is being able to have a differing opinion and not want to harm each other.
So, your question is, how did this happen? We're not perfect people, and there is no perfect details, so, we'll find out.
Yeah, I was really surprised, just with that aerial photograph, just seeing how close the shooter actually was to the event. It just seems like somewhere down the line something wasn't right.
I guess as far as security measures go, it's securing a farther perimeter. It was the one building that was in the area, so it's kind of crazy.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. You think you get past things. You think you've decided where all the countries are going to go, where all the boundaries are going to be, what we're all going to do and not going to do, and then somebody has to go spit in the punch bowl.
The investigation is still ongoing, and we'll keep you updated at accesswdun.com. For Access WDUN, I'm William Daughtry.